In one of the most hilariously confusing moments of daytime television this year, Live with Kelly and Mark delivered a comedic goldmine on Wednesday morning when Kelly Ripa, in a delightful twist of tired eyes and caffeine-induced enthusiasm, mistook late-night host Jimmy Fallon for his 12-year-old daughter Winnie, live, on air, in front of millions. Yes, you read that right. The ever-charming, always effervescent Kelly Ripa took one look at Jimmy Fallon skipping, yes, skipping, onto the stage in a flowing pastel hoodie and declared with unabashed glee, "Look at her go. Winnie, you've grown so tall." The audience burst into laughter. The crew could barely keep the cameras steady. And Jimmy, he doubled over, cackling in his signature wheeze, before replying, "Thanks, Mom. I moisturize." How it happened. Let's back up. The moment unfolded during the guest intro segment, which is usually filled with light banter and a few mildly awkward dance moves. But on this particular morning, Fallon was in rare form. Dressed casually and playfully, in what he later described as his school drop-off dad chic, he made his entrance twirling like a Broadway star, his hoodie sleeves flapping and his knees high. Jimmy wanted to do something silly to surprise the audience, a live producer shared. He told us backstage, "I'm going to channel Winnie today, like Winnie with a dance recital at 8 and slime making class at 9. And he committed. Fallon entered to a remix of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, complete with twirls, finger guns, and a near-perfect cartwheel that had Ripa's jaw on the floor. I just saw this blur of pastel and knees and thought, wow, Winnie's here, and she's doing great." Ripa later explained, "In my defense, Jimmy does have very youthful energy." Jimmy's reaction, "Honestly, I get it. Fallon, never one to let a good gag go to waste, ran with it. I was honored," he joked. "I mean, Winnie's way cooler than me. If anyone's going to be mistaken for her, I hope it's me on my best day. Also, I'm working on her TikTok dance routine. Next week, the Skibidi Toilet Shuffle." After the initial confusion, Kelly and co-host Mark Consuelos were laughing so hard they had to pause the segment. "It was like watching a live episode of SNL," Mark said, wiping tears from his eyes. The internet reacts. As expected, the internet exploded. Clips of the moment went viral within minutes. TikTok users mashed up Fallon's entrance with sparkles, unicorn filters, and slow-motion captions that read, "Winnie's World Tour begins." On X, formerly Twitter, users coined the hashtag #FallonisWinnie, with fan art depicting Jimmy in a glittery ballet outfit surfing on a rainbow. One viral tweet read, "Kelly Ripa mistaking Jimmy Fallon for his daughter might be the highest form of compliment and also the wildest fever dream. More chaos like this, please." Even celebrities joined in. Reese Witherspoon reposted the clip, adding, "The energy I'm bringing into October, Jimmy Fallon as his daughter." The Ripa-Fallon friendship. This isn't the first time Fallon and Ripa have shared hilarious on-air chemistry. The two have been friends for decades, often appearing on each other's shows and publicly roasting one another with that special kind of sibling-like affection. "He's like the brother I never had, and also the daughter I apparently think he is," Kelly joked during a post-show interview. "You just never know what Jimmy's going to do. That's part of the fun." Fallon agreed. "Kelly is one of the quickest, funniest people in the business. If she wants to adopt me as her 12-year-old daughter, I'm in. I'll even pack my lunch." A message from the real Winnie. Later that day, Fallon's real daughter, Winnie, responded to the moment with peak Gen Z flair. In a short video posted to her dad's Instagram stories, Winnie, calm and amused, said, "Honestly, I dance better. But he tried. 7/10." She then held up a sign that read, "Still the real Winnie." Fans praised her for the dry wit clearly inherited from her dad. "Winnie is already funnier than all of us," one fan commented. Mark Consuelos, "I thought it was a bit, I was wrong." As chaos unfolded on stage, co-host Mark Consuelos admitted he was initially confused. "I genuinely thought this was some planned comedy bit," he said later. "I was like, oh, this is Fallon pretending to be a kid again. But then Kelly turned to me and said, 'Winnie looks so grown up.' And I thought, wait, is this real?" The confusion only added to the comedy. "In 20 years of television, that's the hardest I've ever laughed live," Mark added. Behind the scenes, laughter for days. Backstage, The crew couldn't get enough. According to sources on set, laughter echoed through the studio for hours after the show. One of the camera guys said it best, a producer shared. He said, "I've seen Kelly do hundreds of interviews, but this one broke her." Ripa even joked during a promo shoot later that afternoon, "We're renaming the show Live with Kelly and Winnie, starring Jimmy Fallon in a wig." A needed dose of joy. In a world that often feels too serious, these moments of pure, unscripted joy remind us of why we tune into live television in the first place. Fans on social media echoed the sentiment. "This is why we need live TV," one user wrote. "It's not perfect, it's human, hilarious, and real. Kelly thinking Jimmy was his daughter is the serotonin boost I didn't know I needed." Another chimed in, "Give me a world where Jimmy Fallon skips into frame and is mistaken for a 12-year-old girl. That's the multiverse I want to live in." Will Winnie return? When asked if Winnie might return for future guest appearances, Fallon smiled wide and said, "Only if I get a glitter tiara and my own theme song." Kelly's response, "I'll have wardrobe on it by Monday." Final thoughts. Kelly Ripa mistaking Jimmy Fallon for his 12-year-old daughter may go down as one of the funniest unscripted moments in recent TV history. It was quirky, wholesome, and exactly the kind of unpredictable joy audiences crave. Whether it was the pastel hoodie, the high-energy entrance, or just a case of too much espresso, not enough sleep, one thing is clear: Jimmy Fallon as Winnie was the moment we didn't know we needed, and now we never want to forget.